When my species overtakes your miserable planet, you are exceeding your authority.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bottle Service, the at-home version. I am utterly thrilled to have Dan Aykroyd here with me. I mean, I've been a fan for, literally since I was about 10.
Well, don't date yourself, Ray. I'm glad that I had such a youthful fan.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the Thousand Islands in Canada. Where are you, Ray?
I am in New York City. I'm in Manhattan, in the wine room at Food and Wine. maybe a parent. You've been a wine drinker for a long time.
Well, I started with Mateus Rosé.
A classic.
So that was the first wine. And then Steve Cropper with the Blues Brothers introduced me to the Big Bold Reds when we were filming the movie. He had a house just above Universal Pictures. And then I got into the spirits business when the great entrepreneur, J.P. DeJoria of Patron, he founded Patron Tequila and turned it into a multi-million case brand. He's a brilliant entrepreneur. And I was at the House of Blues, our beautiful nightclub in L.A. He pours out a shot of Patron Silver in it. This is sipping like a whiskey, or this is, delicious. So that turned me on to tequila, and JP and I brought it to Canada. From there, we grew it into the #1 luxury tequila in Canada. It remains so. That taught me about the business, and I started to look at other categories. When I started out, they go, vodka's boring. A lot of bar chefs go, well, gins are exciting now, and so are brown spirits. And the thing is, yes, you're right. Vodka's ubiquitous. It's all there. But every bar, you're going to need a good vodka. Why not have the best available? I started to sniff vodkas, and they smelled like Chanel No. 10. Or one of them tastes like a cat's tongue. That got me researching, how can I improve this category here? How that doesn't taste or doesn't smell like it. I did what I wanted to in this category, clean it up. And we've stripped out the additives. We have a 7 times filtration, 4 times distillation, which gives us those notes. And then that's how you have an award-winning vodka and make great cocktails.
And we're going to talk a little bit about cocktails and a little bit about everything else. I figured we needed a Ghostbusters drink, a Blues Brothers drink, and an Onyx drink. It's got that perfect balance to it. And it's also green. It was the closest I could get to slime that I'd actually want to drink.
I'd drink all 3 if I was with you there.
Did you have the sense when you were doing the movie that Ghostbusters would go on to become this?
Well, Billy and I were about halfway through, and he came up to lunch at my house. I lived about 8 minutes from the studio, and he says, you know that you've co-written one of the biggest comedies of all time. You know that, he said to me. And to hear that from Murray, and that affirmation halfway through, I said, well, no one knows, Billy. No one knows, but we certainly hope so. But he certainly had the feeling. But you don't know. You don't know. What do we call that? That's green. It's a Ghostbusters dedicated. What should we call it? Let's name it after one of the female Ghostbusters, which I love that movie. The Holtzman, in honor of Kate's magnificent performance.
And then this next one, which is my ode to the Blues Brothers, which again has a citrus note and is, it's a balanced cocktail. That's what I love about it. Little citrus. It's got the curacao, which adds a little sweetness to it. Orange and tangerine notes, I would say.
Yeah. Well, the Blue Lady, of course, in the Blues Brothers was Carrie Fisher, the mystery woman who was bringing Jake down. I'm going to call that one because I used to call Carrie. She was a dear good friend of mine. I used to call her Showboat. She showed up, the lights, would go on. She came in hot everywhere. She was an outstanding woman, intelligent, beautiful. We'll call it the Showboat. The Blues Showboat. The Blues Boat. The Blues Boat.
The Blues Boat is excellent.
I'll hear, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what you need while you drink this drink.
You want to take a little tour?
Yeah, let's take a tour.
Welcome to the Zoom room. And I don't know if any of you have been to Canada, but we have a band up here called the Tragically Hip. Their music is amazing, crunchy. So here we're in their studio in the city of Kingston here in an old bank. Some of the art pieces on the wall are interesting. This bank was popular for being robbed. So the robbers would come in the front entrance, they'd present themselves at the counter, they'd rob the place, and they would come back here, and they'd come out the back door and escape to a waiting automobile right here. let's come out and take a look at the Bluesmobile.
Even better.
This is 2011 Ultimate Edition Ford Mercury Grand Marquis V8, and it was used in Maryland as the motor pool at the State Department for their diplomatic security service. So I have a fantasy that Hillary Clinton rode in this car, and that keeps me going. Yeah, so it's a fast car. They did some work on the motor. I don't know, but it's pretty bad. I'm racking up the tickets. And we'll go back here to the desk.
So do you still think about John? I mean, you were close friends, right?
Oh, well, I had 8 years with him. He was so much fun and so smart. And I often think if he'd been a pothead that he'd be alive today. He would be more into theater. He'd be directing theater, producing plays.
Really?
And a director and producer of serious theater. Because that's really where he was rooted, and that's what he thought about a lot. You know, he was funny, but he liked the serious work too.
It's a loss. So imagine all that. This is our homage to Saturday Night Live. My signature creation, the Onyx Martini, because of course Saturday Night Live occurs at night.
The best part of Saturday Night Live was always the party afterwards.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, because we go to my bar, the corner of Hudson and Dominic. So we'll call it the after party.
I think the after party is an excellent name.
And everybody knows that's associated with SNL. And they've been doing incredible work this year.
It's been brilliant.
Well, how about Carrie's Joe Biden?
Oh, yeah. That was brilliant.
Wow. He has the voice, and he has that manic physical energy. And of course, Carrie's going to play a comic part like that, right to the arch. He's brilliant.
You know, if you could go back in time and do any of your roles again, what would you choose?
You will be spared when my species overtakes your miserable planet. No, ma'ams. No, you are exceeding your authority.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, because I feel like an alien already. So I love Beldar, and I love that. I loved working with Jane Curtin.
I miss Beldar. Beldar was a presence in society that needs to come back.
Well, you know, he's the family had an objective look at the world. I would love to do that part again. That would be about the only thing that would get me out the door.
Well, Dan, thanks for coming on to Bottle Service. And cheers. Let's cheers with a skull. Why not?
Indeed. Salud. And here's to all those great food and wine people.
Thank you.
Thank you.